What is up, everybody? It is Og here, back with another video, and it is official, guys. TBC is announced. It is officially going to be coming out, and Prepatch is going to be coming out very soon. I'm actually live streaming right now, as you can see, but I wanted to make this video as quickly as possible so I could give you guys all the information that I have, and so you guys can get started prepping as soon as possible, because Prepatch really isn't actually going to be that long. So there's a lot of prep that I'd recommend you do right now, and I'm going to share with you guys exactly how I'm going to be doing that prep and some things that might be good to keep in mind in order to be prepared for Prepatch and for TBC. But first off, it is official. We are getting TBC June 1st with a Prepatch May 18th. Now that does mean the Prepatch is only going to be 2 weeks long, so you're only going to have 2 weeks to get all the PvP gear you want or level up the Drain Eyes and the Blood Elves that you want. So we don't have a ton of time. Personally, I didn't think June 1st was possible. I thought we were going to have a 6-week Prepatch, giving people enough time to do all the things that they wanted to do, but it is official now. It is June 1st. There's no going back. Well, I guess they technically could, but it is the blue post that says it is June 1st. Also, it looks like every single place is going to get the game at the same exact time. The game will be released at the same exact time everywhere throughout the world, which is pretty remarkable. I'm very curious how they're going to be able to handle that, but again, that's their problem, not ours. June 1st, we're going to get TBC. May 18th, we're going to get Prepatch. So May 18th is only 12 days away, which means we only have 12 days to prep for the Prepatch. And June 1st then is only 2 weeks later. So there's really not that much time to prep. Before we get into how I'm going to prep, though, let's talk about some of the things that are going to be coming with the actual Prepatch and then, of course, with TBC. First is the character clone. So they did release some new information about the character cloning, walk through exactly how it's going to work, and actually give kind of like a run through of the exact process, what you should expect to see. I'm going to have these links down in the description down below. You guys can come check them out and just see it for yourself and get the official walkthrough. But I wanted to touch on some of the important parts. Very, very most important is the fact that the character clone will be taking a snapshot on May 18th. Now, what that means is that all of your inventory, your bank, even your mailbox, and your friends list is actually going to be snapshotted on May 18th after the maintenance is done. So when you log into the game, you're going to have the choice to say, I want to go to TBC and continue on with the progression servers, or I want to copy my character over to Classic, and then your tune with all that stuff will be just automatically transferred over to that server. So if you want to stockpile one tune, for example, that you want to keep in Classic, you're going to want to transfer all of your gold over to that tune before that point. Now, bear in mind, if you just leave that tune on Classic, you won't be able to get that gold back and things like that. So if you do want to take over a bunch of gold, keep in mind, you won't be able to get that back unless you do the paid character transfer to have them both in TBC and Classic. If you pay to have it both in TBC and Classic, you should, based on what we have so far, be able to basically have all that gold in Classic and all that gold in TBC. How do you activate a clone? Like I said, you log in and then you'll get the option. But once you do that clone, it is irreversible. You cannot go back. Blizzard has stated that they will not help if there's any mistakes on activating the wrong clone. So make sure before you do any kind of cloning, you're 100% sure that's the tune you want to clone. Additionally, when you go to the new server, it doesn't sound like there's going to be, 5 main Classic servers. That might eventually be how it trends because of demand and how many people are actually playing the game. But on the onset, it looks like every single realm is still going to be there, and it's just going to be a copy of the current game. So you're going to be whatever realm you are on. Again, I expect that they probably will eventually have to do some kind of free character transfer to combine realms, because I think 90% of the players will probably move on to Burning Crusade, 10% stay back in Classic, roughly. So you're probably not going to have enough of a character base to keep some of the servers alive, but we'll see what happens moving forward with that. What if I wanted to copy my character to TBC and Classic? Well, we officially know that that is going to cost $39.99 or $40. And so if you want to have them in both, that's the character boost. It's going to cost $35 to copy your tune, to clone your tune into both TBC and Classic. So $35 to have your tune being able to play in TBC and in Classic. $39.99 for the 1 to 58 character boost. This news just came out, and I had to remake this video to include this news as well. So character boost to 58 is going to cost $39.99. I expected it honestly to cost $60 because that's basically what the boosts have cost previously, but $40. New 58 tune, saving you 2 weeks. Again, guys, it cannot be a Blood Elf, it cannot be a Drain Eye, and there's only one per account. So keep that in mind. Then the last paid service that is coming out with TBC is the Deluxe Edition. So the Deluxe Edition is officially announcing that there will be the reawakened Face Hunter mount. Obviously, this has been a lot of controversy over the fact of adding paid, in-game items such as the mount and what that leads to in the future. Not going to dive into that into this video, but that is just something to definitely keep in mind, that with the Deluxe Edition, you will be able to get the Face Hunter mount. It will cost $69.99. It will also give you, it looks like some other stuff, Hearthstone stuff, Illidan toys, the Dark Portal Pass, which is the 58 boost, so you will have that $40 value included as well, and then a month of game time. So that will cost $69.99. All that's great. The important part, though, is that TBC is coming out June 1st, May 18th is pre-patch. How do we prep for that? I wanted to make a list of basically things that I'm keeping in my mind so that I know what I can prep and what I need to do to be able to run to 60 as quickly as possible. I'm going to be trying to go for World First Blood Elf 60 Paladin. Will I be able to pull it off? We'll see. But there's certain things that I was kind of keeping under the wraps that were going to help me out with that leveling, speed that I would need. Because we only have 2 weeks, though, I want to share that information with you guys. So over the course of the next few days, up to 12 days from now when it actually comes out, I'll have a video basically talking about all the unique things you can kind of do in the pre-patch to get your new tune up to 60 as quickly as possible. Outside of that, the AoE cap will very likely be in the game when pre-patch comes. Pre-patch should be patch 2.4.3. And if it is 2.4.3, that means we'll have the AoE cap. I've already made videos that basically go through how you could do every single AoE farm with a mage with that AoE cap. So just look up post AoE cap Arleus in YouTube and you can get those 5 runs and look through those. But for Mara and ZG, I would highly recommend having the Blade of Eternal Darkness. So if you want to prep to be able to do those kind of farms now, would highly recommend getting the Blade of Eternal Darkness prior to all this going live. Experience rates are going to be it's going to be easier to level up your tune to 60 in the pre-patch. So although boosting will be more difficult, experience rates will be easier. You'll need less experience per level, and you'll also get more experience from quests. So questing actually will be more beneficial. Leveling up, it'll be a little bit easier than it is right now. But boosting will probably, unless they change something, still be one of the great ways to level up your new tunes. As far as costs of boosting, Paladins are now going to be able to boost SM. Probably not Mara on a grandiose scale, though. So for SM, the price of an SM boost might go down or stay the same. Mara, though, with this AoE cap, it should kind of eliminate some of the people that have been doing it so far if they don't have Blade of Eternal Darkness, or if they're a bot and previously programmed to the no AoE cap kind of leveling and boosting, might get eliminated, which means that the price of Mara boost might go up, especially for something like the 500 Mara boost. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about trying to pay to boost up your tune and try to pay gold for somebody else to do it, to help you level up. It might cost a little bit more. Also, if you are a paladin who wants to sell SM runs, I would highly recommend getting Skull Flame Shield and Demon Forge Breastplate. Those items were nerfed last week, literally 7 days ago, and then as of a couple days ago, they were fixed. And so their scaling was improved, and so the healing on them is actually fantastic and will drastically help you with those SM clears. And so if you're a paladin wanting to do AoE farming and you've done some prep with some spell power gear, highly recommend getting Demon Forge Breastplate and Skull Flame Shield. Repeatable quest turn-ins, so ZG coin turn-ins, Morrow Grain, Troll Tribal necklaces, all those will likely not work for experience with pre-patch. So since it's 2.4.3, these probably won't work. So wouldn't rely on them. You're probably going to need to get the experience through alternative methods. Mob tagging, however, currently works in the beta, so I would expect it to work live. So if that's going to be part of the way that you're going to level up your tunes at the beginning of pre-patch, mob tagging might still be possible. It probably will be. And you will likely be able to summon your tunes out of the starting zone. So if you're worried about the 1.5 million Blood Elves that are currently leveling at May 18th as soon as servers go live and you can't kill any mobs, you'll probably be able to get summoned out of there. Just bear in mind that you're going to have to run back to some cities potentially in order to get, skills as you level up. So those are some of the things I'm thinking of. I'm going to have a ton of videos over the next little bit, so definitely hit that subscribe button, like the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Do you think 2 weeks is too short? Do you think it's an appropriate amount of time? Are you surprised by the June 1st date like myself? Really curious what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.